The UN Deputy High Commissioner for Human Rights, Nada Al-Hassif, on Tuesday presented a report on the human rights situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo, detailing the continued violation of human rights as a result of the offensive launched by the Rwandan-backed M23 rebels in the eastern DRC. Our reporter Mari Camara has the details.
About 26 million people, nearly a quarter of the population of the country, are experiencing emergency and crisis levels of food insecurity. In total, nearly 7.8 million people are displaced in the DRC, including 3.8 million in the Kivu provinces alone. Thousands of schools have been closed, destroyed, turned into emergency shelters occupied by armed groups, and more than 1.6 million children in the eastern DRC are no longer in education. In her presentation of human rights situation reports in DRC Congo, the United Nations Deputy High Commissioner for Human Rights Nada Al-Hassif stated that since the last update to the Council in October, the UN Joint Human Rights Office has endeavored to provide technical support to the authorities to strengthen the rule of law, advance on transitional justice, and enhance the fight against impunity despite this latest wave of violence. She said their office has not been able to fully discharge their mandate due to violence, but trials were held which resulted to conviction of crimes.
The scale of violence and insecurity have hampered the ability of our office to fully discharge this mandate. Nevertheless, with our assistance, trials were held that resulted in the conviction of a warlord and former militiaman for war crimes and crimes against humanity, for murder, torture, rape, and sexual slavery.
While the DRC forces and their allies have reportedly attacked civilians during the ongoing violence, conflict-related sexual violence continues to run rampant and is being committed by all parties. Cases increased by more than 270% from January to February. The United Nations human rights official also mentioned that for sustainable peace to be achieved, the root cause must be tackled and the authorities must also stand firm in the fight against inhuman acts.
Any plans for a sustainable peace must tackle the root causes of the conflict, including the illegal exploitation of the national wealth that lies in natural resources. The DRC authorities must also take a firm and consistent stand against corruption, impunity, and hate speech by whomever committed. As an office, we will continue to support this work wherever possible. This involves the provision of forensic expertise, logistical and financial resources, and support to victims and witnesses. We are also committed to supporting the reform of the Penal Code to integrate provisions that make hate speech a full-fledged offense. After almost 3 decades of war and over 6 million deaths, it should be abundantly clear that there is no military solution to this conflict. States and private companies that profit from natural resources exploited under dangerous and illegal conditions must stop hiding behind complex and shadowy supply chains. Without concrete action,
The Deputy High Commissioner further said that the transitional justice processes needed acceleration, including towards the finalization of inclusive national consultation. According to her, the DRC's national policy on transitional justice, developed with the support of UN Human Rights Office, carries the potential for meaningful future, truth and reconciliation efforts after almost 3 decades of war and over 6 million deaths. Accordingly, it should be abundantly clear that there is no military solution to this conflict. Nada Al-Hassif stressed that the people of the DRC need local, national, and regional actors to demonstrate leadership and prioritize dialogue over self-interest, greed, and violence. The international community must also take decisive, concrete, and urgent action to facilitate a durable peace in the DRC. Mari Camara, Eyeafrica TV.